In the heart of ancient Egypt, where the Nile breathes life into the desert sands, a tale of death, betrayal, and rebirth echoes through the ages. It is the story of Osiris, the god of resurrection and lord of the underworld, a deity whose myth shaped not only Egyptian beliefs, but also influenced spiritual traditions far beyond. Today we uncover the legend of Osiris, a god whose story still resonates with those who seek to understand the mysteries of life, death, and what lies beyond. Part 1. The Origins of Osiris. Who was Osiris? Osiris was one of the earliest and most revered gods of ancient Egypt. He was part of the Heliopolitan Ennead, a group of 9 deities that formed the foundation of Egyptian mythology. According to the myths, Osiris was the eldest son of the sky goddess Nut and the earth god Geb, and the rightful ruler of Egypt. Osiris was not just a god, he was a king. Myths describe him as a wise and just ruler who taught humanity agriculture, governance, and the principles of civilization. He was beloved by his people, earning him the title Lord of Order in a world that had once been chaos. Osiris and the eternal struggle with Set. Osiris's story takes a dark turn with the jealousy of his brother, Set. Set, the god of chaos, storms, and deserts, envied Osiris's popularity and sought to overthrow him. The myth tells us that Set crafted a cunning plan. He created a lavishly decorated coffin and invited Osiris to try it. When Osiris lay down, Set sealed the coffin and cast it into the Nile. This event was not just fratricide, it was symbolic of chaos disrupting order. The death of Osiris marked the end of an era of prosperity and the beginning of turmoil. Part 2. Isis and the Resurrection of Osiris. The role of Isis. Isis, Osiris's wife and sister, became the true hero of the story. She was the goddess of magic, motherhood, and healing, and her love for Osiris knew no bounds. The myth describes how Isis tirelessly searched for Osiris's body, eventually finding it lodged in the roots of a tamarisk tree in Byblos, modern-day Lebanon. Using her divine magic, Isis resurrected Osiris long enough to conceive their son, Horus. But Set discovered the body again, dismembering Osiris into 14 pieces and scattering them across Egypt. This part of the myth has deeper symbolic meaning, representing the fragmentation of order and the struggle to restore it. The first act of resurrection Isis, with the help of her sister Nephthys, found all but one piece of Osiris's body. The missing piece, his phallus, was replaced with a magical substitute, allowing her to perform the first act of resurrection in mythological history. Osiris, however, could not return to the living world. Instead, he became the ruler of the underworld, presiding over the dead and guiding them to the afterlife. This resurrection myth established Osiris as a symbol of hope, renewal, and eternal life, a concept that would permeate Egyptian religion for thousands of years. Part 3. The Symbolism of Osiris. Osiris and the Nile Osiris was closely tied to the Nile River, which was the lifeblood of Egypt. His death and resurrection were mirrored in the annual flooding and receding of the Nile. Egyptians saw this natural cycle as a divine reflection of Osiris's story, reinforcing his role as a god of fertility and renewal. The weighing of the heart. In Egyptian belief, Osiris presided over the Hall of Ma'at, where the dead were judged. This process, known as the weighing of the heart, determined whether a soul was worthy of entering the field of reeds, the Egyptian paradise. The heart of the deceased was placed on a scale and weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. If the heart was heavier due to sin, it was devoured by Amit, a fearsome creature part lion, crocodile, and hippo. If the heart was lighter, the soul joined Osiris in eternal peace. Part 4. Osiris in Art and Culture. Depictions of Osiris. Osiris is often portrayed as a mummified figure with green skin, symbolizing fertility and rebirth. He wears the Atef crown, a tall white crown flanked by two ostrich feathers, and holds the crook and flail, symbols of kingship and authority. Cultural impact. The myth of Osiris spread beyond Egypt, influencing other cultures and religions. Scholars have drawn parallels between Osiris and figures like Jesus Christ, noting the shared themes of death, resurrection, and hope for eternal life. Osiris also played a central role in the Egyptian mystery schools, where initiates would undergo symbolic death and rebirth to achieve spiritual enlightenment. These practices laid the foundation for later esoteric traditions, including Hermeticism and the teachings of the Rosicrucians. Part 5. Modern Interpretations of Osiris. Osiris in popular culture. Osiris continues to fascinate modern audiences, appearing in books, movies, and video games. His story of death and rebirth resonates deeply with those seeking meaning in life's mysteries. Psychological and spiritual interpretations. From a psychological perspective, Osiris represents the human journey through loss, transformation, and renewal. His myth speaks to the universal struggle of overcoming chaos and finding purpose in adversity. Spiritually, Osiris serves as a guide for those exploring the mysteries of the afterlife, inspiring countless seekers to contemplate the nature of existence and the promise of immortality. The story of Osiris is not just a tale of ancient Egypt, it is a timeless narrative of life, death, and rebirth. It is a reminder that even in the face of chaos and destruction, there is always the promise of renewal. Osiris, the god of resurrection, invites us to explore the mysteries of existence and to embrace the eternal cycles that define our lives. Be a part of this journey through ancient mysteries. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of truth seekers. Turn on the notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the timeless wisdom of the ancients. What do you think about the story of Osiris? Share your thoughts and interpretations in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Keep exploring the mysteries with us. See you in the next journey.